Hey, so I'm Sierra. I'm the creator of She Is E Magazine. Welcome to She Talk. Happy Thursday. I'm sorry, my days are running together. Okay, forgive me. But anyways, happy Thursday. So happy to have you guys on tonight. I have special guest Rachel. She's going to talk more about her business, about staying in her own lane, creating a whole movement, and she has jumped in. So I am here. Thank you guys for taking out the time on Thursday night to attend this live. So thank you so much. Hi, Rachel.
Hey, Sarah, how are you?
I'm fine. So we finally get to do this.
Finally.
Finally. So, guys, as you know, well, if you don't know, Rachel, she was December's cover girl. Came through in the clutch for her sister. Came through. So,
Thank you for having me. Like honestly, for everybody who doesn't know, we've been trying to have this live.
yes, we have. We
Oh,
have been trying. We've been trying, and we finally got it done.
we're here.
Um, we're here. We're happy to be in 2022. I'm happy to have you tonight because you have such a um, inspirational and amazing story that you were able to provide for the audience of She Is. And I've enjoyed since we did the collaboration with the two page, just watching your evolution and your growth since then up until now.
Thank
I know you're not going to stop. However, it's a blessing just to see, even in that short period of time, how much you've expanded since then. It's crazy,
you.
but
It's
it's
great.
exciting.
And I mean, even just the past 2 years, I know like anybody who's just joined in, it's like it's just been a crazy, crazy year. And
Absolutely.
to keep going and just to, like even with me, I started my company
Hmm.
pandemic, which was crazy.
Right.
And, it's just kind of one of those things where it kind of helped me get through that time.
Hmm.
I looked at that by doing, research and, I was blessed enough to have my mentor who was actually my hairstylist for over 10 years. And she became
Okay.
my mentor. Shout out to Terry.
Shout
Uh,
out to Terry.
shout out to Terry. And she kind of was like, Rachel, listen, you have nothing but time on your hands. And I was able to do my research. I found a great chemist. And, my first launch in June, we sold out in 48 hours.
See.
And the rest is history. And now I,
See.
so, just been, like I said, grinding and hustling and just kind of, learning more about this industry and business. Because,
Hmm.
going from a client to now being the business side of it, it's a whole
Right.
ball game. And I'm just, you know, very proud of the brand that I am building and
Yes.
hire. And like I said, I always say this in almost every interview. I always thank my team because
Absolutely.
where I am without like my creative team. So shout
Mhm.
out to my creative director, Tanisha, my photographer, Brittany. Just, it's always, you gotta look around you. It's always the people around you. That's your team that helps,
That's right.
through the process. Cause everybody always wants to see the end goal, but it's the process.
Okay. Please preach to these people because they swear it's an overnight success. It is not.
And and thank you. He's like, stepped it up all the way. I'm proud of you too. So
Yes, for sure. And that's something that I wanted to talk to you tonight on because, first of all, you have to have heck of courage to start a business during a pandemic. So many people done it. They started, but today you look back to see where they are, and most of them are like, "I'm not gonna keep doing this." They quit, and then you have some of them that are still hanging on, like ourselves.
yeah.
So how was that? Like, what even made you even get started in the middle of a pandemic when it seemed like everything was crashing around us? Why did you do it?
Well, for me, everything, I'm one of those people I can't just wake up and not do anything. Like it was fun
Okay.
first week. Or
Right.
I give it even 2 weeks. But then after that, I'm a person of I have to do something, and I feel like
Mhm.
that was the time where I felt like you need to, whatever it is that you've been thinking of or dreaming of or working towards, that was really your blessing in disguise. I'm
Yeah.
very on that, to use that energy or everything. You have time now. Everybody always talks about how they're so busy in today's world, or that we don't have enough time. That what right there, I feel like when the world stopped, that's when we had time.
I'm telling you.
And use the tools and the resources. People, like I said, I was able to, people turn in my life turned into my mentors. I started to say, you know what, let me gather up a team that I want to bring up with me. So for me,
Okay.
it was about, like I said, I have to be able to keep doing something. And I think,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, I did get a little depressed, which everybody did.
I think everybody did, though.
Yes, got some form of, a little bit of depression. And it's kind of like, I knew it was time for me to do this. Like growing
Mhm.
up when I was little, I dealt with eczema. So I had a very
Okay.
dry scalp. And I remember walking into Salon Sierra, and people couldn't do my hair.
I believe it.
People could not do, they weren't used to doing my type of hair, coarse, thick. One lady said, well, girl, I can give you a French braid and that's it. And I walked out of her salon with a French braid.
Wow.
There were no products on the aisles that I felt like could work with our hair type. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to get, the chemist. She's a Black woman. She understands our hair type. And when I
Right.
first started developing all of this, I also had my friends, family. I would send out little testing
Okay.
bottles. I would have them try it, whether they
Okay.
had coarse hair, whether they had curly, whether they had straight, whatever, and different ethnicities. Like I sent these out, and they
Mm-hmm.
gave me, great feedback. Went
Okay.
him and said, okay, this is what we're gonna do, this is what we're not gonna do, and the rest is kind of history.
Awesome. But that's great. Like you were able to do it, stay inspired, and you're killing it now.
And I,
But
I appreciate that.
yeah, but to hear though, like you didn't start it because hey, I'm bored, I need something to do. You started it because you already knew the type of experience that you went through with their own hair. And I think that's the best way to start any type of business is saying, hey, this is my journey. I made it to point BZ, whatever. And here, now I have something that I can offer other people. Because honestly, I have a few family members, they have very sensitive scalps. They had eczema growing up, and they went through that where people were like, I will not touch your head. I don't know what to do. Your scalp is so sensitive. If I put this on there, you probably can sue me because I don't know what to do. So to hear you say, I had these struggles and this is what happened, it's just something. And I hope that they're watching so they can hear this, like we're not alone, but Rachel's creating products for us now.
And I always worry about what we put in our bodies.
Mm-hmm.
It starts with the top of your head. It starts from here all the way down to your feet. Like we need to worry about, you know, health is not just what you're eating, how you're dieting. It's also what you're putting into your hair, your scalp, your
That's
skin.
right.
I mean, all of that is important. I was actually talking to my dermatologist, and I remember her saying, Rachel, girl, you got to wear sunscreen.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, we're pigmented, I'm just saying, we don't have,
That's right.
you
That's right.
better
We still gotta wear it.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not ashamed to say yes. I really thought I didn't have to wear sunscreen in a way.
Me too.
And
Me too.
you need to. So now, yes, I do wear sunscreen. So
Me too. But I'm like you, we got that note from the dermatologist, like, okay, you
Mhm.
still need sunscreen. So I'm glad that you mentioned that too.
Exactly.
Drop some tips on us.
Exactly.
But also with you, like I said, been inspired to start this business, this company. I know that you experienced things like depression, but what else? What other challenges have you experienced, becoming an entrepreneur and stepping into this different lane?
I think people don't realize the work that you put into it. And for me, I always tell people don't ever get into business if it's just about money.
Mm,
I did not
a good way.
business. for that. I got into it because that will come, you know, if you're truly passionate about it and you keep working hard. I got into it because, you know, like I dealt with these struggles personally, and I was like, I'm tired of it. You know, when during the quarantine, we became our own hairstylist, we became our
Right.
nail person. You know, I saw videos of people shaving their man's head, or you know, like
Okay.
girls were ordering. You know, we were ordering things to do our own manicures.
That's right.
And I listen. It looked okay from afar. So,
Okay.
but I'm gonna let the professionals handle that now. But
Period.
you know, so you know, time where we just didn't know, and
That's
you
right.
know, but I knew we needed to have clean hair. I knew
Mm-hmm.
the need. And so, but one of my struggles, to your question, I would say is, and it goes back to the pandemic, was there was a shortage everywhere on everything.
Oh,
The
goodness.
materials, the raw material. So even on my first launch, when I first launched it in June, we sold out 48 hours. I was constantly sending out like a, hey guys, I'm so sorry. It will take, you know, 2 months before we can get orders
Yeah.
back replaced, you know, or
Right.
and it was a struggle because, you know, I want to fulfill the order. I want people to have it, but it's like there were a shortage on raw materials, supply, and there still is. It's
Mm-hmm.
in today, right?
Very much so.
Owners, business people, we're all dealing with shortages, and it's just something that I think as long as you're communicating with your customers, your audience, and you're staying in front of your brand, I think the number one key is just always stay in communication, always, because that your customers, your client, those are important. Those That's the key to your business, the key to your success. So with me, I'm very one-on-one. I'm, you know, I wear a lot of hats. I'm, you know,
Mm-hmm.
right now. And so I'm very one-on-one with clients. I even,
Right.
when I do the pop-ups at the hair salons, I'm there talking directly to customers, because when
Okay.
I won't be able to do that, but I still enjoy doing that, because when people hear your story and they get
Mm-hmm.
you, you know, it's that one-on-one feeling.
Right.
But going back to what I was saying, it was definitely the raw materials, and I believe sometimes you get to a moment where you you want to give up and
Mm-hmm.
say don't. You know, it's
That's
time
right.
where it's gonna feel slow at times. That's just a part of business. You know,
That's right.
highs are gonna have your lows, and
That's right.
but that's a part of my story. That's a
Mm-hmm.
part of my story. That's a part of my process.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And once again, as we were saying, I think people, they skip over that because they see the success. They
Yeah.
don't want to do the progress, the process. They don't want to realize that sometimes business is slow. Sometimes, you know, business is fast,
Yeah.
but it happens because it's business. And we're not the only ones. You know, these big companies experience slow moments. You know, I think everybody has went through it, but to bring that up and say it's fast sometimes, it's slow sometimes, but it is what it is. It doesn't mean I need to give up because it's slow today.
Right.
It just means like just keep grinding because it might be fast tomorrow.
But you have to be prepared. One thing
That's right.
is, you know, I can't speak on everything, but there are some opportunities that Rachel and Dare were excited about.
Awesome.
Have, you know, hopefully we'll be circling back around, but I have to be prepared going into a larger retailer that I'm able to fulfill that order. You know, it's
That's right.
people have to understand you may want that big end goal, but you have to be able to prepare yourself for that.
That's right. That's
Um,
right.
and you know, everything happens in due timing, but just know that this is the time to be preparing yourself.
Mhm. Absolutely. Great advice. I was going to ask you, with this preparation mode and getting set up, you know, for bigger, for better. I know that you mentioned a team, but what else have you, you know, staffed yourself with or giving yourself in preparing for the next level?
I think for me, it's going to be about more than just the creative process. Now we need
Okay.
to how do we put Rachel Indira into a larger audience? So I think this year we're focused more on marketing, advertising. You know, our budget is, you know, bigger and better for that. And we have some fun things coming out. There's actually, you know, something that I'm working on right now. I can't say too much about it, guys, but it's something and I agree with somebody just wrote success happens.
Yes, success happens. I just was looking at that. That's true.
That I believe so right now I'm working on something big, and it's something I want my audience to kind of get more of a personal feel with. And that will happen within the next few months. So just stay tuned. Maybe we can do another live where I kind of launch that out.
We can do it. You know, we can do it. You know, we'll recircle whenever you're ready. We're going to definitely do it again.
Yeah.
So with that being said, what does Rachel like to do outside of business? Who is Rachel outside of business?
See, and that's all what's coming when you stay tuned. So I'm very, you know, believe it or not, I'm very chill. I'm very relaxed. I kind of I like quiet moments sometimes. I know that's fun. I guess when you're so busy with just the workload that you do, because, you know, being an entrepreneur, that's not easy. It's 24/7. You're dealing with so much emails, you know, client, whatever, you know,
that's right.
You don't really shut off. So I think I kind of enjoy just my quiet times now. And then also, of course, you know, I love traveling, but I understand like it's a lot going on out here.
Yes.
Like you used to. So
right
now it's more so I enjoy quiet time. I have been doing a lot of different things. Like I have a podcast that I work on. You know, I've done some television work. So like I said, when I'm not doing any of that, Rachel just likes quiet time. Kind of decompress from the day.
Yes.
Decompress from the workload, which I feel like everybody should do.
That's
right.
Absolutely.
Everybody should do that.
That's right. That's right. Because I'm the same way. Like I'm always doing something, you know, between he is, and just family, right? So I was telling him the other day, I was like, for some reason, I just had a moment.
Yeah.
Wednesday. Yeah. I didn't realize I was tired. Yeah. But I literally did no work Wednesday. Yeah. My husband could say, "Are you okay?"
Sometimes you got to give yourself a break. Seriously, because
it's true.
You know, it goes back to, like I said, when I'm talking about mental health or depression, like, you know, sometimes you could be so overworked and not even realize it. Because see, that's true. Like you and I are very like-minded in that aspect. Like we like to do something so much that we need to, you know, be okay to step away and just take a break.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I'm serious. Like for the first time in a long time, even having, you know, a break, I was like, I just was tired. My body was like, rest here, rest.
Your body will tell you.
Yes, my body told me. And every time I tried to do something, I was like, man, I'm just tired, you know? So I was like, you know what? No emails, no calls, no texts, no nothing today. I'm just nothing. I'm just resting.
Good for you. I like
Yes. And I needed that. We reset doing that.
Plug and reset.
That's right. That's right. We all need it. We all need it. So with plugging and resetting, what would you say to a new entrepreneur? It's 2022. What would you say to them since we've already plugged, we reset? What type of advice would you give them as they want to step into maybe become someone in the industry, like, you know, creating a hair product line or, you know, whatever, entrepreneurship, period? What type of advice would you give them?
I would give them just make sure you're passionate about it. And B, I would also say find balance, you know, what we talked about. Make sure you're passionate and find balance. So make sure that you're not so involved to forget to just have that me time.
That's right.
Because that's what I'm now. 2022, now it's like, okay, Rachel, you know, find that me time, focus on yourself as well.
That's
And
right.
yes, you could be doing 5 different things. That's great. But focus, you know, give yourself that me time. You deserve
That's right.
it. So, and that
That's right.
I would give to someone coming up. Make sure that you are giving yourself, you know, you're balancing yourself and that you know, you're passionate about it. Mhm.
Absolutely. And I know some people are like, what is balance? But really, for me, balance is,
It's key.
like I said, unplugging sometimes. It's unplugging and
Yeah,
just saying, you know what? I'm only going to do one thing today, not 20 things, not 40 things. You
right.
know,
I mean, even take a break from social media if you have to. Go
for real.
and, you know, well, I was going to say outside, but it's a little too cold right now. Or just get your, listen to music. Just do whatever you do that relaxes you. I do want to say this. Recently during the pandemic, and like I said, during dealing with that whole depression, I
Mhm.
found sound baths,
Okay.
which I love. That has helped me to get in tune with myself. So everybody, I would suggest um, a sound bath, and that really, I don't know, it really just helped me out so much, and it, you know, it's where they take the bowls, you know, they do the, you know, it's,
Right.
I don't know what, it felt like things were uplifting off of me. So that
Wow.
I found during the entire pandemic that I really love now. It's a great meditation tool, and I
Mhm.
feel like, you know, it's, I would definitely advise that as well. Find some type of meditation to get into, and
Mhm.
I recommend sound baths.
I love it. I seen it before, but I've never done it myself, so I need to try
It
that.
will literally open you up. And shout out to, it was Dear Life Chat. That's who did in the Atlanta local area
Okay.
for sound bath, and she was amazing. So it really really helped me.
Okay, that's noted for when I come to Atlanta. That's noted.
Yeah,
When I come to the A, I
exactly.
wanna get with her.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So before we go, I know you have a whole lot going on and a whole lot set to take place this year. But what does 2022 look like for Rachel?
I would say 2022 is a lot of just fun things that I have coming out. We are really on the verge of just opening another platform that I think my audience will enjoy,
Okay.
and I'm excited about it. I can't wait to share this. And so I believe Rachel Indira, we're just steadily growing, and it's going to be big. I
Awesome.
feeling, and I'm excited to this new year that we are in, and hopefully gets better.
Yes, for sure. For sure. Well, thank you so much, Rachel. I appreciate it. Like I said, this is our second time collaborating, and I love every time that we do it. So humble, so giving. I appreciate it. It's a blessing to be able, to be a part of sharing your story as well. On She Talks. So thank you so much, guys. Just in case you haven't copped the latest issue of She Is before we drop our new one, make sure to catch Rachel. She was our December feature. A great cover, great magazine, awesome photos.
Thank you so much for thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you. So you can catch that. That's the link is in the bio. So make sure to grab it. Rachel also has some information on her page about it. So support her, support the business. Before we also go to Rachel, please tell the audience how they can find you, how they can support you, how they can get something for their hair.
Actually, follow Rachel Indira Hair Care. You can go straight to our website from there, which is rachelindira.com. We are going to have actually some great things that we're rolling out this year, so stay tuned. And just, thank you guys for all of the support. And I really appreciate you, Sierra, what your platform is doing for
Thank you.
all around. And I appreciate to be a part of that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm sure that we'll be talking again. So just let me know when you're ready to roll out those other things because we're going to come back and do it again.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
No problem. Thank you so much. Well, Rachel, enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you for taking out this time. I know it was crazy with our schedules, but thank you.
True. Okay.
Yes, thank you. Have a good night. Thank you guys for jumping on. Enjoy the rest of your week, okay?
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Bye-bye.